Hey everyone, my name is Sylvia and welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm a social media manager and marketing coach from Portugal, and I love talking all about being a virtual assistant, working from home as a freelancer, marketing yourself on Upwork and Instagram, and much more. So if those are topics that interest you, don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on my next video. Today I wanted to talk with you guys about mindset blockers. I see a lot of people in the VA community with some huge mindset blocks that are basically preventing them to reach that next level in their business, and I really want to help you guys today by putting a stop to that. I see a lot of people in the VA community with really unnecessary mindset blocks that are literally preventing them to leveling up in their business. And what I wanted to do with you guys today is to help you uncover those so we can move on from that status of being stuck in your business and really allowing you to reach that next level. There are usually two main cases of having mindset blocks in your business. The first one is when they are really just starting out their business and they are just not sure if they can make it work. And the second one is when they've probably been in business for a while, but they are feeling stuck and they want to reach that next level, whether that is leveling up from just doing admin tasks and maybe niching down to being a social media manager, or just helping coaches, or just helping out with, I don't know, Kajabi or something more specific, but they feel like they are not, quote unquote, expert enough. And when I would use these quotes really is because there's no such thing as being afraid to make it work or not being expert enough. And those are the mindset blocks that we need to break down. And let me know down in the comments if you can relate to either of these, number one or number two. Or if you feel a bit more comfortable, feel free to shoot me a DM. My Instagram is always linked in the description and I'll make sure to put it up. I think it's here in the screen. Now, if you can relate to either of these, I really challenge you guys to think about it and ask yourself, why do you feel that way? And what makes you think that you can do it or that you can succeed in this area of business? Now, usually once you start really thinking about it and rationalizing your thoughts and your fears, you'll see that it's nothing more than that. It's just fear of the unknown. That's super normal. We all are a little bit fearful of what we don't know or what we haven't experienced before, and we may tend to think that it's impossible because I haven't done it before. And something I really encourage you guys to do, and I got this habit from my own coach, is to put it down to paper. Try to journal about these thoughts, like why do I feel this way and why do I think I can succeed? Try to ask yourself those questions and then write down the answers. And it may seem silly at first and it may feel a bit weird to try to rationalize these thoughts, because sometimes, since it's a fear, right, so it's not 100% rational. So once you start to rationalize it, you start kind of seeing how ridiculous some of these thoughts are. And I don't say ridiculous in a bad way. We all have those ridiculous thoughts sometimes, trust me. But really, you get to put those to paper and you get to, either in 5 minutes or tomorrow, next morning or whatever, you get to look at it from an outsider's perspective and see what you wrote, see what you were thinking, and hopefully get a better grip on how far from reality those thoughts actually are. So my challenge for you guys today, I want to keep this video short, but I really challenge you guys to go ahead and put your thoughts into paper and ask yourself these questions and even more. Ask yourself, really try to break down and get to the core of your problem. And if you need my help, feel free to shoot me a DM and I can ask you a few more questions. But for those of you that are in the case one, that are afraid to put yourself out there as a VA because you're just starting out or just a beginner, I want to say that I know it's scary. I've been there before, and I just can say to you is that you'll never know until you try. And that goes both ways, right? You never know if you'll fail or how bad you'll fail until you try, but that's honestly really unlikely. Like, what do you see being a fail? And that's another thing you can journal on, like, what's the worst thing that can happen, and what would you consider a fail? Like, nobody following you, because you literally have nothing to lose. If no one follows you, nothing will happen. So if the worst that can happen is nothing happening, yes, you kind of wasted time there, but now you'll learn from it, and you'll know what not to do next, and you get to try another strategy if that's really something you want to achieve. And I always like to say to start small and build from there. Don't try to be on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, podcasts, and everything at once. When I started, I definitely wanted to be in more places than one, and I started stretching myself a bit too thin. So learn from my mistakes and don't do that. Start small. I like to say start with 1 or 2 platforms maximum and grow from there. Start with 1 or 2 posts a week and start growing from there. Don't try to push out 5 posts a week on 5 different platforms all the time. That will overwhelm you. And if you don't know what works for you yet, it's better to test out in smaller increments than to push out a ton of content at once and possibly have it not fail, but not get you a return on investment as you would have wished. And one last thing for you guys in that situation, if I could do it, like, I know I've been doing this for a while, but if I could do it, so can you. When I started, I didn't know, I had never heard about being a virtual assistant before, and I still got to find clients and to work for them. And I mean, I can think of the first few clients that I had, and they loved working with me even though I was a newbie. So if I could do it, so can you. I didn't have any training. I literally didn't even know what a VA was when I started. So literally, if I could do it, so can you. And for those of you in that other case that are looking to level up in your business and reach that next step, whether it is to niche down or to offer a new service or anything like that, I'll say it again, just go for it. You'll never know until you try. And really, one thing that I see a lot of people struggle with, and I fit there myself as well, not that long ago, they are struggling to, a good example is to call themselves a social media manager. I feel there's a lot of blockers revolving that title. And I just want to say, first off, if you feel like you wanna level up from offering general admin tasks into just offering social media management services and calling yourself a full-on social media manager, just do it, because I don't think you would do that without any previous thought or any previous experience. Yes, you may have not worked as a full-on social media manager before, but if you're drawn to social media management, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've either worked with social media for a client before or for yourself or for your own business, and you know that you like it, and you've probably even taken a course or two about it, so you're knowledgeable about it. Now, you have to stop thinking that, oh, there's someone out there that's better than me, because you'll never, that's the harsh truth, you'll never be the best social media manager in the world. And I had to go through that. I had to stop telling myself that I didn't know enough to call myself a social media manager, and you have to do the same. There's just a day where it will click, and if you try to journal about it, that day may come way sooner than it did for me. But really think about it. Try to, in this case, I would put it in paper, the proof that you have to become a social media manager. Have you worked with a client before? Have you grown your own account before? Have you taken courses? Do your friends come to you for social media advice? All of this can help you prove to yourself that yes, you can do it, and yes, you may not know everything, but you'll learn as you go, and clients will understand that. Even myself, I learn new things about social media every single week, and social media is ever changing, so you'll never know everything. Not even the best in the world know everything. So I think I rambled on for a long time in this video. I meant to keep it short. So I'll just leave you with this. Whether you're just starting out as a VA or wanting to level up to social media management or working with solely coaches or helping them with Kajabi, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, whatever it is that your next goal is, you don't need 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers. You don't need to know everything about what you're offering. And you You don't need years and years of experience. All you need to know is to know enough and be willing to learn the rest. And be honest with your clients. Don't ever tell them that you know more than you do, or don't ever tell them that, oh yes, I've grown an account to 10,000 followers, if that's not the case. Be honest with them, let them know that you know your shit and you're willing to learn the rest, and you'll be fine. And one last thing, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Again, you'll never know until you try, and people really relate to people. So show up on stories, show up on video. I sound like a broken record, but that will really get you much further. That will get you far. And once again, this goes for all service providers, not just VAs, not just social media managers. Yeah, I have nothing else to say to you guys in this video. Just go for it. Don't be afraid. Journal about it. And let me know if you have any questions or if you need my support. I'm always here for you. So drop me a comment down below. Drop me a like if you like this video. And feel free to shoot me a DM if commenting is not your thing, or you wouldn't like to put it out in public. Just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Again, I'll put it somewhere in the screen and down below in the description. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.